Hello, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday week close to the new year. Had a wonderful Christmas. Got some things, some new stuff, some stuff I'm clearing out. I lowered some prices. I've got pre-beds open. I've got some things noted there in my buy it nows. Please feel free to make any offers you like. They will be considered. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me do this little bundle I have here on display. I got to take a couple of things away, but we'll get started with the whole grape theme. So yes, I've been busy clearing out one of my storage units that I have. There's been stuff I have in there that was my grandmother's, my mother's, my aunt's. And I'm like, I'm ready to get this cleared out. So been putting some of this stuff to my my booths that I have here locally, and some of the stuff I've been putting here and listing on eBay and stuff. And I'm hoping to get rid of the storage unit by this summer. Okay, let's start here with this auction here. This is going to show you that I have it's like a wooden sign. It says Rome. Then you have 4 grape napkin rings that are like the cluster stuff. And then we have 4 of the grapes and fruit spreaders. This here is a cheese cutter with the grape theme on there as well. And then we have these are wine charms that are with the cheese and grapes and stuff. So I kept this all bundled together. And we'll just start that for $10 for that bundle. On that for anybody that's interested in that. We can start with that. Get all items on there. Okay. Nobody's interested in the grape items. We'll remove that. Save this for later. Get these out of the way. Just move it over just in case somebody wants to look at them later. All right, let's see. Let's move here. We have this here's a beautiful vintage little jewelry box that opens up. So 2-tier. It is lined inside. You can tell the age on that. It's got the butterflies. All the rhinestones are there in place. Let me get mine. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Let me get this little thing again. Help lift that up a little bit. And we'll start the auction on that, and that's currently running. Cute little bronze color jewelry box on that with butterflies. Okay. Thank you for looking at that. Let's see. Let me stop that so nobody gets dizzy. Let's see what else I have up here. This here is a cute little miniature Yorkie. This is brass with Australian crystal. It's 1 inch tall by 1 inch wide. And we'll start that. And that is currently running. You can't really see that too good. I need to raise that stuff up. Thank you for looking at that. Let's see. This here I just found out it glows, actually. Let me see if y'all can see it. Let me see. The orange and I'm trying to see how it's the orange and yellow and green here that glows there. But it's a beautiful trinket dish, candy dish. It's got a hand-painted bird on there. I don't know what That's a Paloma or what that is. This is the back. Go ahead and start the auction on that, and that's currently running. Beautiful yellow, greens, and orange, pink colors. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's see what else I have here. We'll have some things up here, and then we'll move over to the shelves. Let's do this. This here is a porcelain egg. Oh, I found it. Let's do this. Now you can see that a little bit better. So it's a porcelain egg, hand painted. You got your felt at the bottom. It's 2.5 inches tall. We'll start the auction on that, and that's currently running. So how has everybody been doing? I've been on vacation. This is my start of my second week. Thank you for looking at that one. I always take this time of year off, well, ever since I had my kids, because they always had the last 2 weeks off. All right, here's the other one. This is a brown bird on this one. Let's do this one. Move that to stage. So this is with the hand-painted flowers, also the velvet on that. We'll start that one. That's currently running as well. So yeah, I've been trying to get some cleaning done and declutter. I like starting off the new year with things organized, but it's a lot of work. All right, let's look at this little trinket. These are handmade. You have your little lion picture on that. You got some of the glazing coming off here. These are vintage. This one here is from, I think I said it was India when I looked at it. So we'll go ahead and start the auction for that. That's currently running. For that little handmade trinket box from India. Yeah. It's 3¼ inches in diameter. All right, thank you for looking at that. This here is another one. This one's a little bit larger. This is 4.5 inches. This is handmade in Kashmir, India. It does have the velvet interior. And there's your mark on that, showing that it was made in India. That's currently running on that one. All right. Let's see what I can find y'all here that y'all might like. Let's look at this. Let me put this lower. This here. Okay. This is a shark's mug. It's a real novelty item. It's really nice. It's very clean. It's from 1990. It has on there Bergman, Seattle, 1990. So that's a shark. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that, and that's currently running. Okay. Thanks for checking that out. All right, let me put a couple of things up here, and then we'll do a choice. See if you guys like that instead. This here is a shoe cork, or not a cork. It's a wine stopper. and that's in its package. We'll put that there. We have this here, our wine charms, wine girl, different dresses. That's there. I'll keep that. Oh, put that there. Here's another wine. This is a beautiful glass wine stopper. Comes in its own box. What was the other thing we had? I was going to do. So there's something else in there. I can't remember what it was. Oh, let me just do these. These are 3 grape spreaders. We'll have that, and we'll do, this will be a, let me see where that tag is at. We'll do a start. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. We'll do storage clean out on this. We'll edit that, and I'll take a picture. And this will be a $3 start. And that is currently running. For anybody interested in any of this, this is a choice for $3 for any of those. All right, I'll take these back. Let's do, move this to stage. This here is a set stainless steel and acrylic. You got your serving spoons there, and then 4 of the acrylic handles spreaders on that for that set. And the auction is currently running for that 6-piece set. You got your serving utensils and your spreaders, your matching set. Okay, put that here. Let's see, where is this? Okay, here is another. This here is a Things Remembered silver tone. We've got the palm tree. It needs to be cleaned. This here is a little jewelry box. It does have a little smudge here. A little, I don't know what that is. But here's the bottom, Things Remembered. And it has some, I don't know if that's tarnishing. I didn't clean this or anything. So we'll start that for $4, and that's currently running. That's a little jewelry box. Okay. Let's do, what else do I have up here? This here was cute. It was after Christmas, but you can get it and save it for next year. It's a little purse. It's in great condition. The inside, it's very clean. It's got little jingle bells here on the side. And we'll go ahead and start the auction for that. And that's for $10. Hello, Shebam. Thank you for coming in. Okay. I will hold on to this. This here is, this here is another trinket box, handmade and painted. This one's from Japan. It's got the little stamp on there. It says Japan. We'll go ahead and start that. That is currently running. Okay, that's that there. Let's do, where did this go? it back there. Let's move this to stage. This did have a bid on it. These are California raisins, and it does have a pre-bid. You have your 4. These are for $87. We'll start the auction on that. You got the surfer guy. You've got the singer with the mic. And you got the other 2 guys. Very good. And Andy won that one. Thank you very much. Put these in a bag. I'll just put them there. Okay. Let's see. What else is up here? Before we move to the shelves. Okay, let's do this. This here is a set 2 vintage 1950s kitchen utensils. Move that to the stage. That's the antique roller with the red handles. This is the knife and the knife sharpener. All red handles. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that set that is currently running. Anybody looking for vintage kitchen utensils? All right. I'm going to get this out. Let's see, before we go to the... Before we move, let me see. With this stage, this is a Woman's Day magazine from November 1939. And it's in great condition. Look, there were 2 cents. 2 cents. Let me put this down so I can see it. I like seeing how some of the advertising, look how Ritz was there in 39. They even had, look, Spam. I didn't know Spam had been around that long. There was one of these magazines that had cigarette advertisement, which I was shocked about, especially with a woman smoking cigarettes back in those days. But this, you have your holiday, your Hollywood. I don't know who those people are. In very good condition. We'll go ahead and start the auction for this for $5. And that is currently running. For Women's Day 1939 edition magazine. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Let's see. This was the one. Yeah, it was neat to see the advertisements, and I didn't realize I'm that old, that a lot of these advertisements, some of these that I knew. Let me look at these, what these are. No, it must have been that other Hollywood magazine I had that had the women's smoker on it on the back. Let's see. What was the other one? This one here is February 1940. Can't believe those are White House milk. Never heard of that. Ordeal on Valentine's Day. And these are the person that had them. I mean, they kept them in plastic bags because they are in very good condition. Look at the SOS scouring pads. Miss Babe Ruth. Huh. Angel Food Cake was a big thing because I find them in how do the Hamleys do it? 7 dinners for 2. Look at all those recipes. And then this one has Spam on the back too. We'll start that one. anybody's interested in that. But yeah, these are preserved pretty good. Carol syrup. Is that syrup or is that, yeah, carrot syrup? Thank you for looking at those. Let me see what else we have here before we move. Let's do. All right, I don't see anything there. We can do. I'm going to do. Where did it go? I hate when I can't find the listings. All right, let's go ahead and move to the shelves and we'll start there. We'll do that for a little bit. Let me tweak because I don't want to get y'all dizzy. Turning around. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Maybe I'll put you on. Okay. Let me try doing this instead. Sorry, I'm just trying to see about getting y'all set. Let's turn this around. There you go. Thank you. Make that a little bit better. See that there. Okay, move this out of the way. Get that. Thank you for being patient with me. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, let me see what we have here to start. Let's do this. This here is do this. You got your coffee cup, your little tea set. You got your hand painted flowers. This is $18.98. That company. We'll start that. It's Victorian Trading Company. February. Oh, it does have February. That'll make a nice gift for anybody who has February birthdays coming up. All right, that has started. That is currently running. Anybody interested in that little tea set? All right, thanks for looking at that. Keep this there. All right, that's falling apart. Let me turn that off. That's too bright. Let's do. Sorry, I'm trying to move this camera a little bit closer. I'm trying to get this room cleaned up so I can get everything reorganized. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. This one I was here. This here. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. So here's your vintage Hemingway number 12, the aqua glass insulators. Where did that go? Let's go ahead and start that. And that is running. It's in great shape. It's a nice color. I have another one that's clear. It's a little bit larger. This one here is that to stage. See, this is a Wit All Tandem number 2. This is from the 30s. On this one, put this light back on. Tells you it's made in America. We'll start the auction for that, and that one's currently running. All right, thanks for looking at that. Let's see. Let's do that station that's here. We have this little bird, vintage Otagarry porcelain little finch, 1.5 inches. It's in great condition. We'll go ahead and start that. That is currently running. A little porcelain finch, blue with gray feathers. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's see. Stage. Here's a Red Fox, the Aura Originals coffee mug. It's in great condition. There's the bottom. We'll start that, and that is currently running. It only has the print on one side. Yeah, it is embossed. Okay. We have let me see. Where are these next ones? I'm going to take them off. All right, let me save those. Let's do this. Move this to stage. This is a signed handmade mug. It's a nice size. Could be a soup or chili. And it's signed here at the bottom. We'll start the auction for that, and that is currently running. It's a beautiful blue glaze and clay. All right, thanks for looking at that one. Let me get my cups done. Let's see where this other one is. Where did it go? All right, that's strange. I thought that was on there. I guess not. Let me see. Oh, it may be under my Buy It Nows. Is why I'm not seeing some of these things. All right, let's go ahead and do. I'll put this here. Where is the? Was that one? I didn't see that one. Let's do this. This is white milk glass. We have this. This is your little candy dish, nut dish, trinket dish. Position. It's got the W at the bottom. We'll start the auction for that, and that's currently running. I like how the handles, they're separate. All right. Let's do the shoe while we're doing milk glass. move this stage. This here is your Fenton. You got your cat head there. The auction on that is started. It's your Hobnob white milk glass shoe. Okay. Let's see. Let's do. Oh, I know what it was. Let's dupe this one. Okay, edit that. Move. This is going to be, we'll do this, a metal can. This is a storage clean out. This here is a tall, let me get my ruler. Yeah, this is 11 inches. Little pasta. Update that. Move that to stage. This here is your pasta can, and it's very clean in the inside. Has nice artwork around. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that for $3. That's currently running. Whoever needs a pasta can in their life. All right, thanks for looking at that. Let's see. We have this. This here is your brownies book. 1963. Your brownies book. It does have a little corner piece there. But other than that, it's in like great condition. If anybody has any brownies starting, this actually sold for $1 back in the day. Let's go ahead and start this. This is currently running. Anybody that needs a brownie book, Girl Scouts Handbook. Okay. Thanks for looking at that. Let's do these. I've got my grandchildren here, and they're being awfully quiet downstairs. I'm starting to get worried. Oh, these must be on the... Are these not on the blanket? Yeah, some of these items are... Oh, no, here they are. I moved them. This here is assorted textiles, crocheted squares, colors. You got 10 5x5s and 8 4-inch triangles. You also have the attachment strings hanging. These here are the little triangle ones. We'll go ahead and start that. You get all 18 of them for $5 for our crafters. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised I'm not hearing anybody fight downstairs. So what are y'all really up to? They're normally good. They're getting older. But you know how brothers and sisters are. Let me do, where is that at? I think that's over here. Yes. Let's do this fella. Move this to stage. This is your Artisania Rinconada Pekingese. Look at that face. It's in perfect condition. There's your signature that's there. It's a nice size. Let me see. This one here is 3 inches tall by 2.5 wide. So it's a nice size. I'm going to start the auction for that. and that is currently running. All right, we'll keep him here. Let's do this. I gotta get on this side. I'm right-handed. I can't be on the other side. All right, this here is a little Q-tip holder, toothpick holder, whatever you like, hat pin holder from 1986. It's signed and dated by Millie. I bought a few of her pieces. This is the last one. Let's go ahead and start the auction for that. That is currently running. All right, I'll keep that here. These here porcelain salt and pepper shakers. They are vintage, and they are supposed to be two different ones. You got your egg with your purple hand painted flowers. It does have the cork on it. You have your gold gilding. This one screws off at top. Your little pepper on that one. We'll start the auction for that, and those are currently running for $5 for the set. All right, thank you. Let's do this. This here is a vintage Imperial crystal double candlestick holder. No chips or cracks on this one. I'm going to start the auction for that, and that's currently running. All right. Thanks for looking at that. Let's see what's next. We'll do this. This here is your little trinket dish, Hazel Atlas, your white milk grape dish. We'll start the auction for that at 6 3/4 inches in length. That is currently running. Okay, let's look at that. Let's see. This here is a creamer. It's made in Japan. It's a little bit larger. It almost could be like for syrup as well. It's very pretty painted on there. Let's start the auction for that. That's currently running for $5. Thank you for your bid. Cher Sue. She is winning that. That is a beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm glad you got that. That's a pretty piece. I hated seeing it on my shelf. Put it here for you. Oh, I just hit my head. Thank you for that. That will be headed your way. Let's do, these here are Fitz and Floyd. These are tulip candle holders, 3 inches from Japan. They're very colorful. You have your two. I think there was something on the little leaf. Wait a minute. I kind of remember something. Oh, here it is. It's on the back of one of them. Other than that, you don't see that. We'll go ahead and start that. That's currently running. Set of 2 vintage Fitz and Floyd candle stick holders, tulip shape. Thank you for looking at that. Let's see. Let's move that display. Here's another shoe. 1950s, 4.5 inches in length. We'll go ahead and start the auction on that. This has beautiful colors, and it's like a light lavender shoe, but then the flowers are a darker pink and purple. All right, thanks for looking at that one. Okay, let's see. Oh, there they are. This here is a set of Tuscan. Let me move this down a little bit so you can see it. These here are measuring cups. You have this one that is 1/8 of a cup. Let me move this. Then you have 1/4 of a cup. That's there. 1/2 of a cup. And this one's a full cup. And that's the one that's got the rooster on there. Let me see. See that? Nope. Let's go ahead and start the auction for that set. And that's currently running for the measuring cup set. And it's great because they all stack in. Those. So, okay. Let's see. Let's do this. This here is a leaf trinket. Let's see this. 7 inches in width. Got your mustard yellow. We will start that at $4 for this. And it does have a matching bowl that I'll do next if you're interested in it. Here is the bowl, which is a trinket. It's made in China. I can't read what that says in the back of it. Let's put that there. Let's do this here is a neat little vase. It's redware, 2.5 inches tall, and it's got a bird painted on it. And this is from Panama. Yeah, there it is. It's like Tonala pottery. We'll start the auction of that. That's currently running. For anybody who's interested in this little redware vase with a bird. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's make this. Let's see. What else do we have? Let's do this one. Let me see. Move this to stage. This here is a neat piece. It's a it hangs, and it's handmade art glass from Sweden. You get the sticker there, and it's like a purple, an eggplant purple. It's got the speckles on it, and then you can hang it on this chain, and like the sun and all that will go through it. We'll start the auction for that, and that is currently running. From Sweden. It's not blue and white, it's purple and white. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let me bring up this pretty lady. This is handmade from, I'm going to say it was it? Oh, Santo Domingo. This was handmade. She still has her tag on it. Let me bring this up. This will be Elsa, faceless porcelain figure girl. She has her Florida's. Let me see, I can't remember how tall she is. She is 6.5 inches tall. But all this was done by hand. Um, it's beautiful. I mean, the flowers, she's on a pedestal with her name on it. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that, and that's currently running. That's nice for little girls' birthday or even her birthday cake. Thought that was done really nice. And amazingly enough, there's no like chips or anything on it, like the flowers or nothing, which those are like the first thing that go. All right, let's see what else we have. Let me move these. I haven't shown these in a long time. These are, because I keep forgetting about them. I cleaned them and then I haven't cleaned them in a while. That's why they're tarnished up again. But these are 6 inches tall, 4 inches wide. They're brass goblets. This one says his, and then you have hers on there. And then you have solid brass, made in India. Tag is still on the bottom. Can you see that? I hate when it doesn't clear up. I see other people's cameras that it seems to adjust quickly. I don't know why mine doesn't. It must be a setting. So his and hers, brass goblets on these. Okay, thank you for looking at that. All right, I'm going to rent these. I don't think I've shown these to you guys yet. They've been on eBay. But let me do this. Let me do this, duplicate this. I'll use this one. Let me edit this. This is going to be, this is a Westminster pony. Pony. Nope, pony. Okay. I'll do these for 10. All right, update. Let me add a picture on this one. Because they're painted differently. So I know which one is which. Nope. Okay. Take that off. All right, let's move this to stage. We'll start the auction on this. This here is the pony. It sits on a brass little stand. They are 5.5 inches tall. And these are all hand painted. And you have the Westminster sticker on the back of that. Let me put that there. Let me actually put all 4 of them. Here's the other one. This is light blue and purple. Once again, they're on the brass. This is their carousel collection. These are the last ones I have. Here's that one. And then we have this one. So let's do, I'll run the 4 of them as a lot. I'll run the 4 of them as a lot for $10. See if anybody's interested in that. Let's do this. Duplicate. Let's do. Okay. I'll do that. I'll take that one off. And this is going to be set of 4. Done. We'll We'll start that at 10. Update that. All right, let's start the auction on that. And this is going to be for the 4 Carousel Ponies Westminster collection. All right, we'll save those for next time. All right, let's put these little salt and pepper shakers up here. These are going to be we'll start these at $5. This here's your salt and pepper shakers. It's currently running. One has the cork, the other one doesn't. They're from Japan. Little pink little puppies with funny faces. All right, thank you for looking at those. All right, let's see. What else I have here? These here are little, I'll restart that one. This here is going to be a chick and a bunny salt and pepper shakers. These are vintage Hallmark. I don't see the year on there, but they're still in the original packaging. I'll start that, and that's currently running. It'll be Easter before we know it. All right, thank you for looking at those. I've got just a couple more items that I have time to show. So I can go see what those people are doing. Let's see. What is, you want to see this? This is a paperweight. This is a large paperweight. This one here, you got your yellow bottom. You have your butterflies at the top. We'll start the auction for that, and that's currently running for $10 for this large paperweight. Okay, I'll put that here. We can run this plate, and this will be my last thing. Let me do this really quick. Where did the let's do this. All right. We'll start this plate for $5. And that is currently running. This is a beautiful, it's a classics. It's made in China. I can't see who it's signed by, but maybe y'all can see it. All right. Well, thank you very much for spending some time with me this afternoon. I hope to be on again more often. Now that I got my booths and stuff set up, I'll get these items shipped out to you today, and I will be on again later on this week. But thank you so much, and I hope you'll have a great New Year's if I don't talk to you then. Let's see who we can go raid.